We're back in Houston, Texas. The Echelon U.S. National Singles Championships. The men are getting set to do action. #1 seed Tim Doyle and the #3 seed Egan Inoue. And a very pleasant good afternoon to you. My name is Kevin Eschenfelder, along with the #1 women's professional in the world, Lynn Adams. Lynn, this one should be interesting. Egan Inoue comes in, Tim Doyle also, two of the best in the world. Doyle came in, had a tough time getting here to the finals, had a rough one in the semifinals with Drew Ketchik. 11-10 in the tiebreaker.
That match has by far been the most exciting match of this tournament. Both players just drew it out from their guts, and the stands were going crazy. It's tough to come from something as emotional as that win and then have to play again the very next day.
Inoue, on the other hand, has pretty much had it in cruise control. He had his way with Andy Roberts in the semifinals. He's playing as well as he's probably ever played.
Watching him yesterday, he was serving so phenomenal that the players were having to dive to get to his serves. And when you're diving to return the serve, that puts you off in your whole match, let alone just trying to receive the serve alone.
Now, Tim Doyle, the #1 seed, the defending champion, as we said, we got a chance to talk with him earlier. We found out his thoughts about playing Egan Inoue.
For me to reach the finals in this tournament, I just had to play real steady, real constant, and keep my concentration. What I feel I'm going to have to do today to beat the person I am playing is capitalize on the setups that I feel that he will give me. At this level of play, you don't get too many setups, and the setups that I do get, I feel I have to capitalize on them. He has a real strong serve. I will get the setups out, but like I said, I have to capitalize on his mistakes, and that's going to be to dictate the match right there. If I can capitalize on his mistakes, I feel I should win.
Egan Inoue, the #3 seed, as we said, from Hawaii, a very powerful young player. A lot of people favoring him to win this and come up with an upset this afternoon. We got a chance to see how he got to the finals as well.
To get to the finals, I had to beat Derek Robinson. Then I had to beat Lance Gilliam. Then I beat Brian Hawks. Then I beat Andy Roberts. And now I'm in the finals. And to beat them, I had to execute my serves. I had to hit good serves and make my own re-kills on the serve return. And in order for me to win today, I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have to play a smart game, stay down the line, and put in all my serves. I'm going to have to concentrate real well.
You've heard from the players. The scene is set. We'll be back in Houston. And welcome back to the downtown YMCA in Houston, Texas. Kevin Eschenfelder, along with the #1 women's professional player in the world, Lynn Adams. And we are getting set to see some exciting racquetball right here as the men's finals getting set to get underway. Egan Inoue in the server's box, and he is taking on Tim Doyle. Inoue, the #3 seed, as you get a good look at him, from Honolulu, Hawaii. And Inoue will serve.
0, serving 0.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Wow.
Jeez.
Point.
Let's just start right out with a nice booming ace serve.
And we're also starting out with the questioning of the official, the appeal.
The call stands, but no appeal has been used. Still have 3 appeals left.
Very powerful young man, 5'9", 182 pounds.
I think it's all in his legs and his chest. He's been clocked at 181 miles an hour.
That is cooking. Side out back to Tim Doyle. Now Doyle,
he's a big boy too, just in a different way.
And he is the defending champion, and he comes in here, #1 seed. Student at Columbus State. Tied at 1.
Score is 1, serving 1.
Left the forehand right there. Tim Doyle made no mistake about it. Game 1 just underway. 2-1. Tim Doyle leads Egan Inoue.
Whew. First of all, how Egan ever got the service beyond me.
Do you foresee a tiebreaker? It seems pretty even right now.
Oh,
it's early.
It's a little early, I think, to be talking about where it's going. Oh, that was a good serve, I think. The crowd is going nuts.
I called it short. I missed it. Serve is good.
Doyle looking up.
But I stopped play, so it should be first serve, okay? Because I stopped play.
Otto Dietrich called the ball out.
My mistake.
And he is saying that it was his mistake. So now they are going to call it first service.
I didn't even watch it, so it might have even been wrong. It's my fault. I apologize. Should be first serve. Should be first serve.
That's unusual for a referee to realize that he's made a mistake and overturn his own call. That impresses me that he would do that.
Score is 3.
So they're just going to play it again as first serve? Is that what he said?
That's what he said, but
Okay.
Doyle not too happy about it because it was an excellent first serve.
He wants the point.
Second serve.
Ooh, second serve, crack ace in the back.
To the corner, and it died. Put it right in the sweet spot. And it just, nothing you can do it.
No, it's unusual for a player to hit that hard, low drive serve on a second serve. You know what's interesting is that this is going to be the first time that Egan has faced power back this tournament, and it could really throw him off.
Doyle leads 5-1 yesterday. As we said in the open, Doyle had his hands full with Drew Ketchik.
But he barely got out of that match.
He won at 11-10 in the tiebreaker.
Well, he was up 7-1 in the tiebreaker. Drew came back and went up 8-7. And
Ketchik also, we're talking about in the women's match, we were talking about the crowds. Ketchik is from here in Texas, and it was a pro Ketchik crowd.
yeah, this place was rocking yesterday.
Second serve.
Don't be too surprised if it's rocking before this one is all said and done either.
Second serve.
Ooh. Right down the line. They must have been watching Michelle play. I said, ooh, that down the wall shot works real good. That's so clean.
Never touched the wall, but never got more than an inch or two off of it. Inoue serving, trailing 5-2.
Pretty pinch. Boy, Tim he's pumped early. He came on the court ready to play right from the first point. And he's doing a fist at 5-2. Couldn't make the easy setup.
Scores 2, serving 5.
Inoue to serve.
Second serve.
Second serve.
Oh, it's okay, Tim. It's an Echelon racket. Those don't break.
First game scores 3, serving 5.
Tough shot.
Yes, it was.
That's a tough shot to hit because with the power of Egan coming in, that's called a jam serve, and you have to turn so fast. That was real nice.
So Doyle leading Egan Inoue 5-3. Tim Doyle to serve.
Point.
6-3.
The last time Tim and Egan played was 2 seasons ago. It was Tim's first pro stop ever. Egan was beating him 2 games to 0 and 10-4. And Tim came back from that and won the match.
And I promise, Inoue has not forgotten it.
Oh no, he was the one that brought it up and reminded me of it.
Score is 7, serving 3.
Second serve. Doyle leads 7-3.
Second serve.
Ooh, Egan's cheating over.
It almost cost him.
Skip. Point.
As hard as these guys hit the ball, it's almost impossible to anticipate off the serve, isn't it?
3.
If you anticipate and you anticipate wrong, obviously you're going to get burned real bad. But you almost have to take some kind of a step, else you're just not going to get there.
Skip. That's skip. Skip
Ooh.
ball.
Ref called it skip. Both players are standing up there saying, "Excuse me."
The serve. Line judges. On the serve.
Tough
I
to
said
tell.
The serve
Nope,
was
on the
good.
serve.
There's been an appeal. I called the serve good. The call stands. That's one appeal used.
Oh, I thought Tim liked his shot. He was
You
appealing
have 2
the serve.
appeals left.
One of the differences between the men's and the women's, I think you'll see the men dispute a call or two more than you will the women. Is that
Yes,
true?
definitely. Actually, that's why this whole appeal rule got started in the first place, was because the men, not particularly these guys, but just the guys in general, were really abusing the system.
Nice pass.
That rally was a good example of when the ball is hit so hard, what looks like a setup a lot of times isn't. Looks like one setup, there's another setup, another setup. Right down that wall.
Tim Doyle serving. Score is
Doyle in
8.
control in game 1. 21-year-old out of Columbus, Ohio. A business major at the University of Columbus. I apologize, it's Columbus State University.
Scores 3, serving 8.
Side out, back the way. Egan,
Second
he is
serve.
out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Shot. Tim was stuck way in the back. I think that's the longest rally they've had so far.
Take a look.
Nice dive.
Again, another great get. That was 2 in a row there by Doyle. But you can't get that one.
Can't get that one.
Egan with the kill. Egan Inoue to serve. Trailing 3.
There, the ball slid. It hit water right in front of Egan. Hinder. Court hinder. The ball slid.
Now court hinder. Describe
The
it.
ball slid up there and hit water.
What Otto's saying is that the ball hit a wet spot on the floor, and that is considered a court hinder. So he's calling a replay.
Anytime it hits water.
There you see Otto Dietrich, our referee.
It's resumed play. Playing a hinder. The score is 4.
Inoue serving, trailing 4-8.
Ooh, cracked out in the back corner.
Little luck never hurt anyone.
You kill for those at certain times. Or you want to kill somebody else at certain times for those.
Tim Doyle leads Egan Inoue 8-4. Some perspiration being wiped up. Let's take a look at that last play. Just went right into the corner and died. Taken from the serve.
Good ceiling ball. Oh.
Nothing you can do.
No.
Doyle to serve. Doyle leads 8-4. Make it 9-4.
He's serving nice. He's serving really nice. I didn't know that he hit it this hard, actually. I'm a little caught off guard by that.
You know, Doyle and Inoue, although they haven't played each other in singles competition head on head, no strangers to each other. They won it here last year as doubles partners.
Oh. See, right there, Tim should have gone straight down the line. We talked about when you're up in the front court, the best shot is straight down the line, and instead he gave Egan a second chance at the ball, and Egan took it away from him.
Service back to Inoue.
First game, men's open finals. Inoue serving, scores 4, serving 9.
Splat pinch with the backhand. That's one of the neatest things about watching the guys play, is that they splat the ball. And that's where the name of that shot came from, was that neat splat sound that happens when the ball flattens out and hits the two walls.
It just rolls back.
Tim Doyle serving, scores 9, serving 4.
Whew.
Scoring the point.
10-4.
Scores 10.
Doyle got out of the blocks fast, and he hasn't looked back here in game 1.
Well, that's twice now that he's had clean shots up in the front and has given Egan the ball back. I'm sure that's just annoying him to no end. Right up in the front, hit the side wall. Kept the ball in the middle.
Good anticipation, though, by Inoue. Right there.
Usually when you have something like that where you're probably going to lose the point anyway, you have to make a commitment somewhere. To stand in the middle and hope for the best is always the worst thing that you can do. So he staked out a claim and happened to guess right.
Second serve for Egan Inoue. Nice kill.
Well, Egan's not even having a chance to get out of the box. The return's coming back so fast at him.
10 serving 4. Tim Doyle, take a look. Winning it right now.
Another ace. What is that, 3 aces now? 5 aces? Oh my gosh. Excuse me, 6 aces?
Wow.
We spoke too soon there.
Doyle making a statement here with those last 2.
I think if I was Egan, I'd take a timeout. He hasn't taken one yet.
No, he hasn't.
And that's just poor usage of what he has available to him. He's standing over there. He's daring Tim to ace him again. Oh.
I agree. The ball took a bad hop in some sort. I agree. Back here, slip.
Doyle leads 13-4, game 1.
Wait a minute, that might not have been a point.
Okay.
Otto's saying that it took a bad bounce off the back wall.
Well, you know, they've been tossing the ball back and forth as if each player trying to check it.
Well, it gets real damp in there. Those guys do some hefty sweating, and the sweat drips on the floor a lot.
Okay, we're at the downtown YMCA, the AARA, the men's finals championships. Right now, Tim Doyle in control. Back in a moment. Game 1 of the U.S. Nationals men's finals. Tim Doyle, the #1 seed, leading Egan Inoue. Doyle to serve.
Second serve.
Second serve.
Ooh, I had to peel it. That was pretty close.
They're going to call the side out.
Yep, the referee called the serve good. Egan appealed it, and the line judges overruled him.
Were they saying it was short?
They said the serve was short, so that was on his second serve, so now Egan has a serve. Good appeal on Egan's part. There's an ace. He needs it. I heard him say, "Go," really loud there.
Inoue trying to get back in it. Second serve.
With someone as explosive as Egan is with his power and his game style, things could change very fast.
Inoue serving, trailing 5-12. Tough to get things to change with shots like that.
Well, he left his serve up off the sidewall short, and that's a dead setup. You can't give somebody of the caliber of Tim that kind of setup.
Doyle serving, 12-5.
There's that straight down the line from the front. That was a tough shot.
Smart shot as well. 13-5. Had Inoue to the right, just crossed him to the left. 13-5. Tim Doyle leading in game one.
Another ace.
Ace number 8 for Tim Doyle. So you think about it, at least more than half of your points are coming off of service ace.
Off of the serve ace. Whew, almost another one. Egan hung in there. He had to dive to get that serve.
Nice kill right in the field. Call it the pinch.
Pinch shot.
Scores 5, serving 14.
Ref called a hinder ball replay because Tim didn't have a clear view of it. At this point, Egan wants to just stay on the court as long as possible. Get some kind of momentum going for the second game.
There's the service ace. Second serve for Inoue. They're going to change balls.
The ball broke. First one.
There's one. Give you a little.
Should we tell him we made a bet?
Give you a little insight here to the telecast before this match started. We had a little wager.
We bet a big buck that I said 3 balls would break in the match.
And
You
I
said
said
2.
two.
So we're well on the way here. These guys hit it too hard.
Yesterday, the kill that Doyle, the ball just exploded.
In the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doyle back serving, game point.
Oops.
Did they call it
What'd
good?
he call? I can't hear what he called. I think he might have called a foot fault, which means Tim's front foot went over the line. You have to stay within the box. Yep, it went over the line.
Good call.
Well, Egan thinks it's a great call.
Oh, yeah. Now, we can't officially tell. I don't think that one was
No,
broken.
that wasn't broken. I'm not real sure why they're changing balls. They might just not have liked it. I really don't know what happened there.
Tim Doyle in control. Game point. Second serve. He leads 14-6. We're in game one of the AARA men's singles championships. There it is.
What a tough, dominating first game.
Tim Doyle makes no mistake about it as he comes in, wins the first one handily over Egan Inoue. Doyle wins it 15-6. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with game 2 in just a moment from the Downtown Y in Houston. And boy, I tell you, the serve was working. Look at the service aces in game 1.
Well, I mean, when you play a game to 15 and you get 8 points alone on service aces, it's devastating. I'm sure Egan is feeling very frustrated right now because usually those stats should be switched. And when you rely on your serve so much and then all of a sudden the other person is playing your game, that can really unnerve you and unrattle you.
Needless to say, rallies have been few and far between.
Yeah.
Tim Doyle versus Egan Inoue.
Well, Doyle leading
Doyle
1 game to none. Best 2 out of 3.
He'll be serving first here in game 2.
He'll open game 2 after winning the first 15-6.
0, serving 0.
Second serve.
Oh, excellent. The ref called the serve good. Tim said no. No, it was not good. And I think that's always a real good sign of a player's confidence when he plays what he sees and knows is true.
So Inoue jumps out in front, 1-0.
Scores 1, serving 0.
Never seemed to really get into any sync in the first game.
Oh, he didn't have a chance. No. He never got to the ball. Good serve. Nice tight Z. That's the kind of racquetball you want to play. 3-shot rallies where you put in a tough serve, the person gives you a setup, and then you put it away. That's what we all strive for. He gets the setup and just flat pinch in the corner.
Scores 2.
Inoue leading 2-0.
There's an ace. Be interesting if we saw the exact reverse from the first game.
Although not that surprising.
If he's going to go with those jam serves, he's got to keep them low so they're going into Tim's body, because Tim's just turning around and flowing with the ball right now.
The point being, you don't want the player to extend the arm and that added power, right?
Exactly. Oh, that's called a reverse pinch, where it goes into the opposite corner that you're hitting from. And he had to contort his body to do that. That is an unnatural motion right there. That takes a lot of power.
His arm was still in. He never really got a chance to extend it.
To extend it, yeah.
Point.
So 4-0, Inoue leads.
Scores 4, serving 0. Short.
Second serve.
Second serve.
That's called a V pass, where the ball hits the sidewall and cuts in behind the other player. And if those stay off the back wall, they're virtually unretrievable. Good diving get. Here it comes. Hits the sidewall right where the player's standing.
Scores 5, serving 0.
You know what, I just remembered watching this when I talked to Tim last night. He said one of his weaknesses, he thinks his main weakness is that when he gets out to a big lead, he loses interest and his concentration falls away. So he said it's very common for him to go out and win a first game big and then just fall apart in the second game.
Great evidence of that yesterday, leading 7-1 in the tiebreaker. Next thing he knew, he was down 8-7. Won at 11-10.
Yes.
Point.
So Doyle on the board here in game 2. Egan Inoue leading the server, Tim Doyle, 1-5. Second foot fault.
Well, he's a big guy. He's got long legs. It's tough to keep those legs and feet all inside that little box.
6'1", 180 pounds. Business student at Columbus State in Columbus, Ohio.
He's moving to California.
You like that, don't you?
We're getting everyone to move to California. Well, Egan had the right idea. He wanted to go down the line. He just didn't quite execute it, and Tim did it for him instead. Yeah, Tim said that he originally moved to Ohio to improve his game, and now he feels that he's plateaued out and he needs to make another step, and California's going to be it, he thinks.
California pretty much the racket capital of the country.
There's a lot of tough pro players, top amateur players that all play in Southern California, Orange County area. And what's great is that they all work out together. They don't hide from each other. So it's a real competitive atmosphere.
Of course, Doyle probably would fare as well there as anywhere, right?
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. Well, he just got another point on a serve there, so he's cranking things up a little bit.
Maybe the fast start for Inoue is what Doyle needed to get his head back into game 2.
Yeah. Ooh. Egan tried to take some pace off the ball and just kind of lay it in the corner. Didn't quite make it. It's tough to take pace off of a ball that's blazing at 8,000 miles an hour.
4 unanswered points for Tim Doyle. He was trailing 5-0. Now he's back serving at 4-5. Excuse me, 3-5.
Ooh, skip the setup. Ooh, he doesn't like that. A little yelling at himself there.
Inoue back to serve.
Score is 5, serving 4.
Leading by a point. Game 1 was won by Tim Doyle, 15-6. Inoue, you see him right there, had his problems, particularly returning the serve to Tim Doyle. And here, a much more even match in game 2.
Egan made a good play there to keep the ball in play, to flat out dive and keep it going, but Tim made the smart shot, kept it right down the wall, away from Egan. Both players have had real strong family influences in getting started in the game and continuing in the game. Tim's parents owned a racquetball club, and Tim said he was such a hoodlum at a young age that they had to bring him to the club on a daily basis just to keep him out of trouble. And Egan's mom was the one that got him going.
Receiving. Score is 4, serving 5.
Doyle comes back. He's now down 4-5 as Tim Doyle, the #1 seed, serves.
Good serve. Point.
Another ace. Here they come.
That's 2 in this game, which makes 10 for the match.
It's such a helpless feeling to see this ball go by you and you can't do anything about it. There's another one.
So you think 11 out of 21 points in this match so far.
Half.
Doyle has 11, more than half, has 11 service aces.
Now Egan, I don't know if he's brain fading here, but that was a good shot right there on the front line with the foot. You can be on the line but not over the line.
Really gets down low, powerfully drives it through.
Well, he's just got Egan rattled here on these serves. Egan's just not sure what's up and what's down. And Egan is not using his timeouts.
Oh, he really
he's
is.
shaking his head and he's trying to get something going here. And sometimes the only way to do that is just to take a total stop. Now, I thought that was good.
I did too. But evidently it skipped in, and Inoue,
Here it comes.
Here.
Egan, you want to appeal that shot? I call it skip.
I know Egan will appeal it. Let's see if we can tell.
Scoring the point.
Couldn't really see it from the angle, but
They maintained that it was a skip.
Serving 5.
so 8-5. Doyle trailed 5-0 at one time.
That's good.
So make that 9 straight.
9-5.
And you would think, as you just alluded to, that Inoue maybe call a timeout, stop the bleeding here, because 9
Do something.
in a
Raise your
row.
racket. Do something.
Just to change the pace of what's happening right now.
Yep. Now, in the old days, gosh, there's another one. With some of the old-time players, they would be talking to each other. You know, if Egan was one of the old-time players, he'd be up in Tim's face and he'd be talking to him and jabbering at him and anything to break his concentration. He's just cooking. I mean, you can feel it. You can feel it in the crowd. You can feel it out here. Egan is clueless. He does not know what to do. There you go, Egan.
And they're going to call the timeout.
First timeout.
So timeout as Tim Doyle leads 11-5. And we're going to take a break here from the downtown Y in Houston. We'll be back in a moment as Doyle leads Inoue. Factor here as Tim Doyle leads Egan Inoue 11-5.
Doyle won the first game.
At one time,
Game 2.
Inoue led in this game 5-0. So 11 straight for Tim Doyle.
I tell you that the stats on the unforced errors usually will show what's going on with the score. In this case, it doesn't, just because of Tim's serving. But when somebody has a setup and then they miss it, that is considered an unforced error, that they did it all by themselves, that the other person didn't force them to make that error. But Tim's serving is just so phenomenal that it's definitely evening out any unforced errors he might have been making.
Michelle Gilman, she took the women's crown earlier this afternoon. Take a look at the replay.
Hold on a second, fellas.
Now, is that the hinder or the screen?
That would be the hinder.
Okay.
Hinder is when the body's in the way. A screen is when you can't see the ball. Another ace.
Wow.
There has been, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Egan really shaking his head right now, as you said.
Here it comes. There has been a lot of talk in racquetball that the men's game has just gotten too fast, and that there's not enough rallies in the game anymore because the serve plays such a big part of it. This might be a match that they use in favor of that argument.
Well, you know, yesterday, as you see another winner by Doyle.
God, just a flat pinch rollout from the shoulder.
Yesterday,
He wants it.
The semifinals, Tim Doyle and Drew Katchtik from McAllen, Texas. Katchtik is, well, they played, what, 2.5 hours.
Hold a second.
You know, he told me on that match it was the first match, tough match that he had.
Score is 13.
And it took him a while to get into just having to play hard. And sometimes when you have a hard match like that and you come out of it good, it can really help you flow after that.
Point.
Match point. Tim Doyle.
Boy, I'm sorry, we're
if
going to
he
have 2
wins it-
repeat champions.
Right. That's the way it looks right now. But if he wins it here, keep in mind, he was down 15-0 or 5-0 at one time. And he's going to come back here. It looked like may win it 15-5. Match point.
Football.
Another foot fault.
That is his third of the match.
Second serve.
Second serve for the match. Tim Doyle.
I wonder if he'll drive serve again. Oh, may as well, shoot. It's been going good.
Tim Doyle from Columbus, Ohio.
Once again.
Came in the #1 seed and defending champion. And you can call him the 1990 champion as he defeats Egan Inoue. He was in control from the start, and he takes it, winning it in 2 straight. There it is, and we'll be back in just a moment. Back at the downtown Y, we're here with the champion Tim Doyle, 2 in a row.
I didn't make too many mistakes today. I didn't really let Egan get a chance to get in the box, which was the key because he's got a big serve. So I felt great. I didn't make any mistakes, and I won as a result.
How can you say anything about his big serve? I mean, come on, this was impressive.
Well, I mean, I always have a big serve, but for some reason it's not as recognizable as Egan's. I don't know why, but maybe now it will be.
Coming in, you know, a lot of people had talked about Egan, and a lot of people were even favoring Egan to come away with it today. But man, this one wasn't really even close. You took it over from the get-go, and never really gave him a chance to get into it.
Yeah, I feel if you know, you let Egan get up on you in the beginning, he gets more confidence. He starts hitting his serve all the time. So my game plan was just to come in and play my game, and keep him out of the box, and I did it perfect.
Okay, let's take a look at the final point. As here it was. The serve was great all afternoon.
Yeah, I hit a second serve. I hit a Z serve. I hit it in the first game to win that game. So I got a weak return off it, and I just had to run back for the ball. I lost on the glass, and I just ended up hitting a 2-wall post for the winner.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thanks.
And we're going to come back. We're going to talk it over and give you a little bit of a wrap-up in just a moment. We'll be back at the downtown Y in just a little while. Back here in Houston, Kevin Eschenfelder along with Lynn Adams. It was an interesting afternoon of racquetball, was it not?
Well, interesting in the sense that we saw 2 dominant matches where one person just took control of everything, serving, rallying, and the other player just never quite got into the match.
Michelle Gilman in the first match, the champion for the women, and Michelle was just, as she has been all year long, excellent job for Michelle Gilman.
I think what the women are going to have to do is adopt a little bit more aggressive game style. Obviously, we're not going to be able to raise our bodies to 6 feet and grow some extra muscles. But what we can do is play a more aggressive style where there's a lot of second serves that are hard drive serves instead of lob serves, a little bit more pinching and splatting the ball, and at that point, put the ball back into her court.
On the men's side, Tim Doyle, the serve, as you said, Egan Inoue just really never got a chance to get into the match. He never got a chance to return the serve. Tim was really awesome.
He was, and my heart just felt for Egan because it's hard being out there and not being any kind of a game and not knowing what to do about it. He just looked blank out there, and Tim wanted it so bad that you could just feel it, and that's a demoralizing feeling for the other player.
What was impressive, I thought, about Doyle, a lot of people had talked, and we talked with Tim Doyle about, a lot of people had talked that Egan Inoue was going to be really kind of the favorite coming in here, but Doyle, just from the get-go, never gave him a chance.
Yeah, he wanted it, and I think last night talking to him, he decided that it was his and that he wasn't going to look back, and I had doubts in my mind too, but obviously he knew better than I did.
Okay, well, that's going to wrap things up. I've enjoyed it, Lynn.
Thank you.
All right, from the downtown YMCA, that's going to do it. For Lynn Adams, I'm Kevin Eschenfelder. Wishing you a very good afternoon, everyone.